Hey YouTube, Kristo here, and I've got the second half of my top 10 summer colognes. The last video I did numbers 10 through 6, and this one I'm going to go 5 through number 1. In case you haven't seen the first video, I just took my top 10 summers and I'm ranking them based on projection, longevity, and of course overall scent. So all three of those things come into play here. Alright, so let's get right into it. Number 5, I had this in my previous video, and this is Bulgari Aqua Marina. And this one is my favorite Bulgari, and it's one of my favorite aquatics ever. It's different and it's unique for an aquatic. A lot of people actually didn't like this, and I think the problem was actually that they were comparing this to the very popular Bulgari Aqua, which is very different. Bulgari Aqua is much more like salty ocean water, whereas this is a very fresh, deep kind of lake or river. This one has grapefruit and seaweed in it, cedar in the base, which is really nice. Obviously it's got aquatic notes which give it the aqua feeling. But I really like this one. Basically what it is the grapefruit and the cedar. The grapefruit and the cedar, and this is really nice. It's actually quite dark, I find, for an aquatic, which is really refreshing because usually aquatics are really blue and, you know, really light and really fresh. Whereas this one, you know, it's a little darker, it's heavier, it has citrus in it, but it's not like an annoying cheap like bergamot or tangerine citrus. It's like a really dark grapefruit, and the cedar in the base, oh wow, that's nice stuff. It's really heavy, really dark. I love this one, and this is another one that I love to wear after I've had a shower just because it is so fresh and clean smelling. So that's number 5, Bulgari Aqua Marine pour Homme. Alright, number 4. Now this is one that I just bought recently, not, you know, in the last couple weeks. It is a couple months. I haven't worn it a lot, but I do really enjoy it. This is Dune pour Homme by Dior. And I think, other than being an amazing summer scent, this is probably one of the most underrated Diors that is still in production. It's really unique. It's very refined, very classy. This is definitely something more mature. I don't think many guys under 30 are going to be too into this. It's definitely a more refined kind of, I think you could wear it for casual, but I think this would be something good for something a little more formal. It's not intrusive, it's not strong, it's not heavy. It's really strange because it's very dry, yet at the same time it's very wet. Not watery, it's not watery, it's not aquatic, it's absolutely not aquatic. But you know, Dune, obviously the name Dune, you know, you're gonna think of sand, and this actually smells like sand. But it smells like what I would say an oasis. You know, in the middle of the desert, you've got a big lake or river, and then it's surrounded by arid sand. Very good stuff. Mild longevity issues. It doesn't last that long, but it is very good. Definitely nice for an older, more mature taste and perfume, that one. Number 3, top 3 right here, getting into the big boys. This one, this is my second bottle of this, and the first one I had about 3 years ago, and I went through it like nothing. This is Paco Rabanne Ultraviolet Summer Pop. There's a few different flankers. I had to look at the label there to check it. There are a few different versions of this that, as far as I can tell, are exactly the same. The only difference is the bottle. The bottles are quite different. As far as I know, there's 2, maybe 3 different versions of this. They're just released in different years with different names and different bottles, but they're the same perfume. If you're familiar with Ultraviolet Men from Paco Rabanne, this is a flanker. This is a summer flanker of that. And it kind of keeps the same strange synthetic plastic feeling from Ultraviolet, but it adds in some citrus as well. I know you think, why do you want to smell like, you know, synthetic plastic? I don't know why, but this stuff is amazing. I actually got quite a few compliments wearing this. People just saying like, wow, what is that? That is so strange. It has pretty decent longevity and projection for something that smells so light. I think this is really great. It might be kind of hard to find now, but if you look online or if you look in the shops, hopefully you can get your hands on this. It's not that expensive. If you can find it, you can probably find these for $40 or less. So that's my number 3. Now, number 2, I actually had a tie. I really liked both of these, and I couldn't leave one out, and I didn't want to put one higher or lower than the other, so I had to put them side by side. So we'll do 2A. 2A, that is Dior Homme Sport. Wow, what a sport scent this is. My God, this is freshly squeezed lemon with a pinch of ginger. It's a pretty simple formula, but it's clean, it's fresh. There is nothing even remotely synthetic about this. This is so natural smelling. It's got a bit of creaminess to it, but it's not that overwhelming. This is nothing like Allure Homme Sport by Chanel. This is nothing like Burberry Sport for men. This is just completely on its own. I know a lot of people don't like citrus, a lot of people don't like grapefruit, a lot of people don't like lemon, whatever. But this one is just miles and miles beyond any other lemon-based scent I've ever tried. There's a reason this costs, you know, $70 or $80 or more a bottle. It's so clean, it's so fresh, it's got really good longevity, really good projection. This will last easily 6 to 8 hours, no problems. So good for this, like, really scorching arid heat. This would be awesome. All right, 2B. Next to it, another Dior. My favorite designer house, Dior. Aqua Fahrenheit, Dior. I tried this in duty-free when I flew back to Canada, and I couldn't believe it. It was so amazing. So when I flew back, I picked it up. I absolutely had to pick it up. It's Fahrenheit mixed with Dior Homme Sport. If you can imagine the classic Fahrenheit mixed with a pinch of this, that's what this is. If you like Fahrenheit and you want something for the summer, this. If you like Dior Homme Sport but you want something maybe a little more macho, a little more leathery, a little more distinct, this, without a doubt. This is definitely the strongest aquatic I have ever tried. I don't even know, they call it Aqua, but this lasts like 10 or more hours. I've never smelled anything like it, other than, you know, the original Fahrenheit. You know, that stuff lasts for, you know, 12 hours plus, but this stuff easily 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours out of this. It's really good. It's just intoxicating how good it is. And something kind of cool about it, you've got the atomizer, the sprayer on the top, and then you've also got a splash version, so you can actually just take it out and you know, put a bit on your neck or whatever you want if you don't want to waste a spray or something. Very nice. Very highly recommended. This is pretty new. It's still pretty under the radar. I don't think you can get this in a lot of the world right now, but when this does come out, if you like Fahrenheit or Dior Sport, really seriously check this out. Alright, number 1. Now, it's probably not much of a surprise if you're one of my subscribers and you've watched a few of my reviews. You know that I always talk this up. It was my first review, and I chose it for my first review for a very good reason. Lalique White. The best summer scent I've ever tried, okay? It's just like nothing else out there, okay? Nothing compares to this. It's completely unique, it's completely original. It's not a flanker of Encre Noire, as some people might think. It's not. It has, you know, a bit of similarities, but that could be, you know, just the whole Lalique vein running through it. It's got tamarind in it. It's got lemon leaf. It's got cedar, and it actually gives me a scent that I can best describe as pencil shavings, lemony pencil shavings. Just one of the most interesting things I've ever smelled. I love this stuff. I will definitely have this in my wardrobe forever and ever. It's versatile. You can wear this pretty much any time, any occasion, all summer long. The only thing is, it is a bit weird. This is kind of different. If you're into safer stuff, you might want to test this before you try it. But all in all, this is really great. Above average longevity, above average projection for a summer scent. I took a decant of this with me to Canada, like a large decant, probably about 15 ml decant, and I used the whole thing in less than a month. And I took 8 decants with me, and I bought 7 bottles, and I used the entire thing while I was there. Just can't get enough of this. Lalique White, my #1 summer scent. So guys, let me know what you think. What do you think of my top 10? You know, let me know what your top 10 are. You know, leave a comment. You know, maybe leave your top 5, top 3, whatever. What do you think of mine? Have you tried them? What do you think of them as well? And as well, you know, if you have any ideas for future reviews or future tips or advice, please feel free to leave a comment in the bottom. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Cheers.